It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday night primetime.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Heck of a move. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Eagles unable to convert there. there on fourth. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing quickly. This is caught by Kirk. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll run with Etienne. And he will be very close to a first down. I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On second down, Swift. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Devin Lloyd leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Lawrence. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, if incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go again with ETN. And he gets it down to the 32. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This 2nd and 4. They go play action with Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll run to have back. I mean, he did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Foye Oluwakan finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Hurts. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete here.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On 1st down, Lawrence over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lawrence going to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Lawrence. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
The kick by McManus pass is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Etienne once more, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Let's play now, baby. Let's play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to lift the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Another tote for ETN. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Still going. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
A give to ETN running right. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Holding. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This is 2nd and 8. ETN once more. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run with ETN. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence now off the bootleg. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but it led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A give running right, ETN. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
But, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On second down, ETN once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half-step slump, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
On third down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Bears with a lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. On the option to give to Swift here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Now hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Complete to Zacchaeus. Well, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
They go play action with Hurts. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 20-16. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Throwing now, Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence has taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. 20. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Here now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.